Let me ask y'all a question. While you look at the face of Emmett Till, just for a short time, before enough time for me to ask the question and to bold another question, and however many more questions I can formulate within my mind in the given time that I have allotted myself. The first question is, how does one figure that people would be depicted as tarmac black in one scene, and then in another scene, what people claim to be light skinned or medium tone black people who are a total different look than these other black people to be black? The other question is that how can one believe that these beings that were not from our realm had only one look and looked only one way? How could you be so sure of that, not having have been there? The speculative thing to do is to presume that there was obviously more than just this. However, another question, much different question, is how do you think that a people who have committed the worst crimes on the face of the earth can totally disassociate themselves from those crimes? Another question within the same song with a different note and a higher tone is that how do you think that people could pay what they call taxes for the same people that are the children of the people that refuse to admit any wrongdoing, so they themselves feel no wrongdoing, and they can kill the children of the people who have never had anyone admit there was wrongdoing done against them? Right. It's just a question. Another question is, where does the heathen and the worst of them for sure get off on attempting to bring to justice people based on the erroneous testament of a woman who claimed that a young man did something that he did not do that led to his brutal murder? When I say that my brother is so right, not one shall help you. No, not one. When I tell y'all that I went out there to combat the white boys a couple weeks ago at my food stand, the white cops were looking for me to get my head punched off, for me to get stomped out, to be a bloody mess out there. That's what they wanted to happen. One punch for one guy, one punch for the other guy. They weren't knocked out, but the force of the punches obviously made them rethink their whole career about it, and they didn't want to do nothing no more. With that said, this weekend that just passed, I had a lady call me a nigger. You know, I haven't taken the time yet to get all into if it constitutes fighting words, but I know that's a hateful word, and they said that that there's nothing that they could do about it because she called me a nigger. So I said, well, if I call her, a hunky bitch, will that be permitted? And the guy said, yeah, but I didn't call her out of her name, nor did they seek to attempt to assuage the situation. They loved every moment of it because they're the devil. And the worst of the heathen thought, because I can't do it, you can. 10 police, 10 police they have out there. They think I'm that dangerous, y'all. It's not because the area. No, nay. It's because of me. It's because if I do something, they'd like to be able to kill me. And they know that 2 or 3 of them, 5 of them, I'm not bragging right now, you guys. I just have a very good understanding, and my situational awareness is particularly well. Outside of that, what I'm saying is that the devils, they just hate me. They even went out of the way to have a person who came over who ain't my people, ain't our people. Once I explain the general plight that I've already explained to you to them, they're talking about preach, preach. But I'm not preaching. I'm just simply speaking a formalness and a truth that people have yet to actually come face to face with, let alone acknowledge. And if you don't acknowledge it, you surely don't appreciate it. Right. So there's all these different things that I do. And once again, I have people say things about what it is, experiences. There is no substitute for experience. Wisdom is a combination of experience and acknowledgement. You understand? When you don't acknowledge something, it's hard to know that you experienced it. So it's hard to know that there was any wisdom gained. When a person says something to another person, not knowing that they've acknowledged their entire life through their experiences. So their wisdom at a point where now in which people their age normally haven't accumulated this kind of wisdom, I overstand it. But please don't doubt what you're hearing because you feel as if, or I feel as if, I should be older. And if I had an avatar that presented that to people, then the words would carry much further, but they don't. But it's okay because what you do hear and what you do take in, I appreciate that and I acknowledge that. And thank you very much. With that said, I would love for you all to have a wonderful day and not to allow for those who seek to oppress you and the land wherein which they were given to oppress you in, not to let that be the detriment and the cause and wherein which you fail to make it to another day. Perseverance is also intelligence, my friends. You have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Right on. That's right. Know when to run. They told you, people, you never count your money when you're sitting at the table because that's how you get killed. He didn't finish it. That's how you get killed. Right on. I'm trying to give y'all a real world game. A lot of y'all are older than me, so you know this already. That's fine. But for those who aren't older than me and who have never heard it, I'm giving it to them. I never speak subjectively to you. I speak objectively because I understand that everyone is not going to be on the same level nor have the same caliber of experience nor acknowledgement. So therefore, their wisdom may be similar in certain areas, but it's not the same because they either fail to acknowledge it, right? Do you understand what I'm saying about it? Or there was no experience there gained. It's a two-way street. You really have to see it. Otherwise, it's a moot point. However, I love my people dearly. I just want my people to know that there are people on this planet that look like you that are not your people, whom lack soul constitution. A conversation that a brother and I have very much, you know, and I'm just gonna do a little small video after this. Give me a few days while I'm still getting a little movie thing together. Still trying to find the time with everybody so that way because I need those pieces. They're like diamond, sapphire, jade, carbuncle nuggets. They're like precious stones, like meshed into one. They're like nuggets of that, and I need those to go forward. So I'm not going to move anywhere until I have that. I hope that we all can congeal and make this happen. If not, I will do what I need to do so that way I do this. It will be done. With that said, much love. I'm out. May the Most High, YHWH, and all the rest of the letters that we don't know continue to bless us all. Thank you very much.